guest is one of America's most successful authors. He's written dozens of bestsellers, from thrillers to nonfiction to his wildly successful Ordinary People Change the World book series for kids. His latest novel is The Viper, and it's out now. Please welcome back to the show, Brad Meltzer. Well, I'm going to lead with this because these characters in The Viper, they're based on real people, right?
I love my research, as you know, and The Viper is based on this character called Nola. And what happened was I was in this warehouse with the military, and they're taking me around this giant warehouse. And in the warehouse, it's like the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark. There's just all these things and boxes and crates, but
that you just must know what's in there.
And I want to know what's inside. And they're like, art. And I'm like, art? Why do they have paintings? They have thousands of paintings.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why does the military have all this art? And they explained to me, and this is true, is since World War I, the military has had an actual painter on staff who paints disasters as they happen. And I'm like, whether it's storming the beaches of Normandy, Vietnam, 9/11.
Yeah.
And I said, you're telling me that everyone's racing in with guns blazing, and you got someone who's racing in with nothing but paintbrushes in their pocket. And I'm like, that guy sounds crazy. I got to meet him. I want to meet him. And they said, you mean her. You want to meet her. And it was the most badass, cool woman named Amy Brown.
Yeah.
And she was so awesome.
And capturing
I loved her,
like
and I said,
that.
I'm going to make you a character. And she's the artist in residence, and she's the hero of the book. She's like the girl with the dragon tattoo.
Yeah.
Is my character, Nola. And that's the star of The Viper.
Oh, man, I love, and to capture history, like, that's interesting to know.
Well, that's the thing is, that's my love. So I love when you turn the pages of a book and you're like, oh, what happens next?
Oh, yeah.
But I love even more when you learn something and you learn what, what Nola's about, where she's from. And this book is all about who killed her mother. And so the book is, if you've never read her before, The Viper is the perfect place to start.
Oh, I love that. Okay, is it true that, I don't know, our show kind of makes a cameo, right?
So this is my favorite scene in the whole book.
I'm going to point it out.
I mean, so I always write throughout the year, and then things come in, and I'm writing the scene, and Nola goes in, and Nola, as an artist, sees the world differently. So she can see every detail. She sees which way your belt buckle tongue is facing, so now she knows whether you're right-handed or left-handed.
Oh.
When she paints, she sees details that everyone else misses.
Yeah.
And she walks in for the interrogation scene, and she meets this guy. He might be good, he might be bad. And then he grabs his Kelly Clarkson mug.
Of course he does.
I'm not joking, that's in the book, and it was because I was on the show.
Is it because of the mug?
And you gave me a free mug. And I was like, you gave me a free mug, I'm like, I'm gonna use it.
I love it.
And that's the thing is, I was like, I'm at home, I'm using my Kelly Clarkson mug that you give all the guests, and I'm like, what is he holding? The Kelly Clarkson? That's my imagination at work, right?
And it made us feel cool. I was like, I'm for sure bringing this up in the interview.
My daughter loves your mug, by the way. We'll take your stuff everywhere.
Well, she has great taste.
In fact, there she is. That's my daughter. That's her with the mug in our house.
Impeccable taste. But you also have a kid's book on Princess Diana coming out. So what did you admire most about her?
Yeah, so we've gone, you and I first met for these kids' books, and I love that your kids love to read them, but Chris Aliopoulos and I do these. We did I Am Amelia Earhart and I Am Abraham Lincoln and Rosa Parks, but I said, I need to do a book on empathy. That's what our kids need today, right? Today, cruelty and venom and harshly judging those we disagree with, it's become sport in our culture. But cruelty and venom aren't signs of strength. They're signs of weakness and petty insecurity.
Yeah.
And what takes strength is being kind to someone and being nice and being decent, right? If you really want to shock the world, unleash your kindness. And I said, I need a book to give kids that. And so we did I Am Princess Diana, and she's so amazing. My mother, also, it's dedicated to my mom and my daughter, who are like, again, the badass women who just love the person who says, I don't need to be like anybody else. And Princess Diana, when she first, gets that royalty and she's in that world, if you were royalty, you used to wave to people. That's what you did. You'd go on a charity event, you'd wave, and everyone in the hospital ward would wave back.
Yeah.
And they look one day, and they're like, where's Diana? And she's hugging someone. And they're like, sir, what's she doing? I don't know, hugging them. But she would hug AIDS patients that no one at that time would touch. She would go to leper colonies that nobody would touch and hug them. And I'm like, I want a book that my daughter and my sons can have to teach them that it is far more important to be kind and show empathy than to show power. And so I Am Princess Diana.
Well, because that is true power.
That is the ultimate power, right? Is that you can give someone some kindness.
All right, well, The Viper by Brad Meltzer is available now. Y'all got to check it out. Everyone in the audience is going home with a copy. You're welcome. It's in bookstores February 17th.